Well, folks, welcome to the lab. We have a project here, and this is a first for the Chef Birdland channel. There's a Coleman. There is a pressurized lantern in the hen house here. So I've never done one of these, and I just happened to be at the right place at the right time where the ridiculous price for this showed up. And I know nothing about these. I mean, I do. I mean, I know what they are and how they function and why and all that kind of stuff and how bright they are and how cool. But I don't collect them. I don't want to deal with a pressurized thing with gaskets and pressure and all that kind of stuff. I enjoy my kerosene lanterns. But this is just, I had determined that this is a brass fount. And from what I'm understanding, little input from some other lantern people, that pretty much before 1950, these are pretty much all brass or nickel, the founts. And yeah, this is all like ceramic coating. This is all heavy duty stuff, and you know, these mantles and stuff, they're very, very fragile. So what I'm just going to do here, I'm just going to do a cleanup. I'm just going to clean it up, you know, clean the glass, clean this. We'll get this. I can't believe somebody painted over. You can see the brush marks, the strokes, and somebody slapped it on. But we're going to get that off. We're going to, you know, polish up that brass under there. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that coming right off. Nice. Okay. And the glass, and so we'll take some parts off here and we'll shine them up. And the bale is a mess, and we'll see how nice this. You know, you can see the pitting and things here. This, you can see that it must have, like, there's like drips. I bet you this was hanging probably in a barn somewhere where right here on the same spot, probably for decades. By the way, the manufacture date, they put them on these Colemans, at least the old ones anyway, with the 1947, and we'll see that clear once we clean it up. And so let's get to it. I have a number of other projects that we could do, but I am just intrigued. You know, we're not going to go get this running or nothing like that. I will leave that to the next owner of it. I have a feeling I'd maybe be able to sell this or trade it for you know, lanterns that are more my fancy. So, but let's take a look. Who knows? Maybe by the end of this video, I'll be like, dude, you know what? I'm totally into Colemans now. I wish I was into like oil lamps and Colemans, because I see them everywhere when I'm trying to find my lanterns. All right, so let's check this thing out. What do you say? Okay, so by the way, you'll hear some chatter in the background. I got ham radio going, and like I always do now in the background. So let's see. Okay, great. The bale does. Okay, the bale does come out, and that. I'll put that on the bench grinder, clean that up. And from what I understand, I had never done this before. I've never taken one of these apart. All right, let's see here. Yeah, need a better way. Unfortunately, oh man, this is so stupid. I have this laptop here, and it's like wherever I put it, I'm like, I'm gonna put it over here out of the way, and everywhere I put it, it is completely in my way. Okay, get something with some teeth on it here. Okay, that is loose. Tells me that has not been off in a very long time. By the way, I grabbed one of these at a garage sale. I still left the label on it, but this is called the Frost Buddy. And you put your bottled stuff in it. Got it for $1. Actually, and then I went garage sailing for like 3 hours after, and it kept everything super cold. I'm like, dude, I gotta go back. I saw more, so I went back and bought 2 more. So I got one here in the lab, one by the TV, and one in the car. And yeah, it takes all size bottles. 12 ounce, 16 ounce, 24 ounce, 32 ounce. They just kind of fit in there, and they keep stuff cool. It's really interesting. Love it. All right. Let's see here. Gotta find a spot for our newfound parts here. And we'll go there. This goes away. Okay, I'll put that in there. Take a couple of washers. I do not believe are part of the. Yeah, we'll see. This doesn't look that bad, except for all the dirt on it. We'll clean that up. I'm going to assume that somebody had this. Okay, this is metal of some kind. Some kind of reflector somebody made. We'll keep that around. That's kind of interesting. We'll probably use that for something. Or put it back in. We'll see. Okay, so somebody told me to look for the green sunbeams on this globe. This is not that type. This is a straight globe. I think the one that somebody asked me about, kind of a little concave, more rounded. It's like this on the ends, but it's rounded in here. And those apparently are more sought after. So we'll clean that, and I'll take this to the sink, clean that. Oh, there's supposed to be a wing nut there. Alright, so that's a gasket, it looks like. I'm trying to do as little to screw things up here, taking this apart. I had only very quickly looked at videos of somebody taking it apart. So there's a little gaskety thing. I'll save that. So afraid of hurting that mantle. Hopefully they are not as fragile as I think they are. Okay, so let's see. I just love the fresh out of the barn look with all the dirt and dust and crap all over it. All right, so this is supposed to be a wing nut here, but we'll get that off of here. Apparently this nut gets this whole assembly here off. Nice thick brass washer there. Okay, gotta remember that goes with that. Okay, there's that part. And like this. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess you just gotta kind of pull it a little bit. All right then. Jeez, that was a little complicated, but it's okay. We'll put some easy off on that and get some of this discoloration up here. Major number 236. That'll clean up nice, I have a feeling. All right, well, let me. I'm tightening this back up because I don't know what it is. Yeah. Okay. Apparently this is something called a generator. Let's see if I can get that up. Oh, good. Okay. I hate tool marks. That's why I have tape all over those. Oh, geez. What's that all about? Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, I'm trying not to touch this stuff. I don't know. We'll mess with it when we put it back together, I guess. It's like there's something going up in there. This is okay. This could stay right here. I don't mind that. So it's brass, and I see this copper oxidation here. I wonder if the bottom is copper. We'll find out. Or maybe maybe they weld it with copper. Or maybe it's something in the brass. Maybe there's a little bit of copper oxide in the brass. Gotta look out for the easy off, make sure I don't get it on that and wreck that label. I wonder if I can take that off. Yeah, why don't I just take the knob off? I'll find a much nicer way to clean that up. Jeez. Okay, well. Yeah, it looked like it was threaded on there. Again, I'm not going to screw with it. Okay, I'll put the screw back in. Oh, okay. That helps. I'll clean that up with maybe just a Q-tip and some 409 or something. We'll find a nicer way. put the screw back in there so I don't lose it. Oh, you know what? I don't even have my good glasses on. Good gravy. Why? Why am I having a problem with this? Goodness gracious. Very tight tolerances. Well, that's a good thing, right? I guess when it comes to pressurized stuff, you want good tolerances. All right, so now gonna take some things to the sink. This I'm not gonna go screwing with any of it. All this looks pretty darn nice in here. Maybe I'll just wipe it down a little bit. Wipe this down. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to the sink and I'll be back. I'm excited to see what kind of condition this brass is in under here. Pretty cool stuff. Gasket looks pretty toasted in there. See what it looks like. Looks good. It's definitely had a little water in it at some point, but it's not bad. Like that is possibly steel down there. Let's check. Okay, it is. So the bottom is steel. All right. Which is interesting because you'd think that's where all the pinholes are, right? Okay, let's go clean this up. And we'll come in here and we'll have some fun with it. Do some polishing. All right, I'll be back. All right, well, folks, we got stuff soaking in the sink there. And I'm looking at this. I'm looking to see whether that's what I'm seeing on here is scratches or some kind of crap that's on the paint. I might want to try those steel wool and see what that does. Just a little bit. And let's see. I'm going to see if I can bring out a little more shine. So I really like to just, you know, flatten out the burrs on paint. That's all we're doing here. It really is bringing out the shine. And I'm just barely pressing on this, so I'm not doing anything to take paint off. I'm just getting the dirt, and little spurs of oxidation that's poking through. And these are things that, you know, translate over from other items. Just because I haven't done a Coleman before, as I understand how the paint works and things. Boy, that pitting is so weird. But I bet you know, we can put some filler in there and have this ceramic coated again. Right? Okay, nice and smooth. Yeah, that's great. Okay. It's a lot better than it did. All right. So, what I want to do is, you know, see, I don't want to mess. Maybe I can get that off there without doing any damage. I don't want to mess with it, darn it. Okay. All right, well, I can clean it from where it sits. Let's just clean her up a little bit in here. So somebody in a group asked if this collar was black. Well, it's black. But there's a lot of carbon crap. And from what I understand, they did some bluing on it. So, okay, yeah, so it's not, unless the bluing had come off. And I bet you I can go put some easy off on this. Yeah, I bet you I can put easy off. Oh, darn it. Okay, well, let's... Oh, we're so close. I need to get that off of there. I do. Okay, we're off. Looks like. Okay, I will find a way to keep that separate from everything. Oh, you know what? I got just the thing. All right. Hold on. Okay. Got this thing that some gum came in. Perfect. Great. Okay. Get that safely out of the way. Now I can go put some easy off on this and get all this carbony crap off of here. Cool. All right, let me do that. Be right back. Okay, so we got a lot of the carbon and things off of here. This must just be heavier.
Okay, but I can hear you, but it's very, very hard. I can hear you in there. All right, I'm gonna get out of here and
so I'm gonna just put a little nylon bed on here and clean this stuff just ever so slightly. And that's exactly the one we need on there. So let's, and I happened to notice this while I was washing it off, that little thing that had the mantle on it. It's a little toasty. I want to get it off there. Doesn't look too bad, no. Screen's clean. Okay, we'll get that out of there. Want to make sure everything dries out real good because we did get it wet, but a lot of this stuff is brass, so we're good. Okay, let's see. Let's clean this up a little bit. Okay, let's hit it with a little steel wool, and then we're gonna leave this part. Leave it to the next guy to take that cleaning to the next level. I'm only putting lipstick on this pig. Just to make it look a bit more presentable. And I think it is looking more presentable. Okay, I'm not going to get these parts down to brass. That's someone else's work. Is that a pinhole? Those pinholes? Or is that, I don't know. I don't know, man. Be a weird spot, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, let me go in and see, I put a second coating of Easy Off on there because I still had some paint. I found layers of paint. This thing was a couple of different colors. It was gray, it was silver, it was green, and there was some light blue in there too. So, let's go check it out. By the way, I got the bail on the bench grinder. So we'll finish that with some steel wool. Make that look nice. So we'll plop that baby back in. All right, let's go get the unit. All right, well, here we are without the paint. And there's a whole bunch of layers of paint down here on the bottom. Still some of it there, but we can probably ignore the bottom. Got a lot of it off though, and it's in great shape, which is great. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and throw some white vinegar on this, get rid of some of this tarnish. And what it is saying here, by the way, there's the rays of light, and this is called the Sunshine of the Night. And this is made in Canada in what looks like to be February of '47. And it's in beautiful shape, not covered in dents or anything. Great. All right, let me go throw some vinegar on this, and we'll come back and we'll, yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool thing. All right, I'll be right back. Wow, look at this. Holy smokes. I guess what I thought was copper oxidation. Must have been green paint. There's some, yeah, see that? Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. What's going on here on the bottom? Smooth things out a little bit. Well, this thing is going to look pretty cool. Pretty cool. So we got to make sure that trying to keep fluids out of various orifices here. I'm going to get a fresh pillow of steel wool out here, and I think I'm going to go super light. Super light here. See what happens. It's a fresh pillow, and I'm going super duper light. So maybe I won't even need a polish. Maybe I can do enough. Just super light. Oh yeah, look at this already. Great. I'm putting just a little more pressure on this bottom rim than I will on the rest. Good, because this is seeing a lot of the knocks and pings and crap. But like I said, I'm putting very, very little pressure. I'm using my fingernails to get in a little crotch there. Oh, this is so satisfying. Wow. Love it. Vinegar helped a lot too, getting a lot of that off. And they're now a lot more prevalent. You can see Coleman etching there. It's the first time I think I've looked at a Coleman and said, ooh, that's beautiful. Maybe it's because we're doing this together, folks, me and you. Oh, it's nice to get a couple of these components also looking nice. While we're at it, oh, it was bent. Did I do that? Maybe I did. I did see a video that says this part here can be, because these are soft metals. Brass is soft metal, man. Now, part of me kind of wishes I could fire this thing up. But then that's a rabbit hole. That's a rabbit hole I don't feel like going down, because I have picked up a number of new lantern projects. This just happened to be in there with them, and I just couldn't help myself. I had to check this one out. Okay, so look at that. So maybe we'll try a little polish on here and just see. I'm not going to go crazy, not going to get a buff and wheel or nothing out. I'm just going to put some Brasso on here. Get a cotton sock. See if we get a little bit more shine out of it. No mirror finish. I'll let the next owner of this do such a thing. Some pretty ones put back together, if I could put it back together right. All right, hold on a minute. Okay, I just modified a sock to have a number of different jobs. And I'll use the inside of this. Yeah, it's nice heavy socks that I don't wear anymore, haven't in years. But I keep them around for just such an occasion. Now, just so I don't need to sit here and fart this bottle. Yeah. I'll put some over there. That way I can deal it out as I please. Doing a little test spot here. Yeah, Okay. Slight improvement there. Gonna need a lot more brasso though. You can see some of the staining is going away. Not much, but better than it was. Yeah, clumpy. This is clumpy. It's an old bottle. Okay. Gotta watch what I'm grabbing there. I don't want to bend that mechanism. It was already bent, which I think I did actually kind of. Thing was very slippery, and I went to move it in the sink, and I actually dropped it, and I'm like, well, good, I didn't do anything, but apparently I did drop it on that. So we got another part here. We're just gonna let's give it a little more cleaned up at the easy off. Got a lot of the carbon and crap off it. I'm just trying to get rid of some oxidation. There is some discoloring from heat to be expected, right? I would assume. Well, I think this is going to look nice put back together. If I can remember how I did it. Just got to remember where these washers and everything go. Okay. That doesn't need anything else. Nice. So, let's see how I can handle putting this back together. Okay, there's that. This goes on there, and apparently what can I do here? Anything? I don't know how this works. This is apparently the generator. I don't know how it works. I was going to pull that out and clean it, but I don't know how, so I'm going to hook on this little hook here. Put this baby back on. Yeah, okay. I didn't want the lettering to come off, so I'm not going to work hard at that. Wow, this is really looking nice. So, I know that a couple washers went on the bottom here. Pretty sure, yeah, a couple of them were down here. Oops. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This will be interesting. Okay, so I think that went there. And those went there. This one here. And then this goes there. Well, maybe it doesn't take those washers. Okay, that looks better. All right, I'm just going finger tight because I don't want to put tool marks in it. So I have these, so I know two go on the top and the bottom of the cap, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe one of them goes underneath there. Well, I don't remember. Maybe one goes underneath there. Let me try. Question is, can I get the mantle back on here? What is on this? You guys are I'm gonna have a lot of reading to do because you people would be like, dude, you screwed that up. What are you doing? What is on this? Some kind of thermal crap going on?
Get it figured out. All right, I needed to I put a little more paint on it, and it made it look
It's red, whatever this stuff is.
make them all look the same. But it'll be okay.
Okay, well, that's just brass. Okay, so this is brass corrosion, what it looks like on here. Okay.
Last week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
I guess I do need to tighten that up a little bit.
For Thursday, I was on the Albuquerque boat anchor.
Okay, so what we had before, as maybe you remember, back about 5 minutes. I'm going to put this remainder of a gasket in here. Protect that glass a little bit. Oh yeah, the glass needs a little attention. That appeared to have some kind of dried crap on it. And we'll get rid of that crap. Toot sweet here with a little super soft steel ball. Oh, Jesus. I can't believe I just broke it. Wow. Okay. Wow. God darn it. I barely put pressure on that. All right, I ain't touching it. Except maybe put a bead of, oh man, I can't believe it. Son of a gun, folks. Oh, I feel awful. God, all these years that just sat there untouched and I go wreck it immediately. Ugh. Wow. But you know, I mean, that's how you learn, right? I'm so sad about that. Okay, well, I am so bummed. I am so bummed about that. Oh, man. Nothing I can do. But, I mean, thank God I wasn't one of the, you know, son of the night kind of, you know, with the green sunburst on it. Man. That's too bad. That makes me sad. All right, well, it's got to come back off. I was really being careful, too. Let's go back and look at the video. I swear I was. I was putting no pressure. No pressure. See if we can screw this up. Well, there's that. Oh, my God. Man. But you can see that the clear super glue turned white. I'm not gonna fucking touch that glass anymore. Nope. Nope, nope. Okay, let me see if I can get this bale back in there right. Oh yeah, I gotta do some more steel woolen on that bale a little bit. Give me a second here, folks. All right. But it's not just put it in the holes, it's actually got holes in this in that bracket. So I'm wondering why there was a grinding sound when I was playing with the bale before, but somebody had put the bale back in the wrong way. Okay. There's that. Actually, I'm going to throw some linseed oil on this cap. And these things, Coleman things have different names, so I'm going to have to get used to that. Well, no, apparently, no, because I'm not getting, no bread, no. Not getting into Coleman's, not because I hate them, it's just a whole other rabbit hole, and financial rabbit hole as well. I do not have that kind of hold of, I don't have finances to do anything. But this should make this, okay, good, this is going to improve things nicely here. This will look a lot better. Fill in some of them scratches. Not really fill in the scratches, just make them less visible, that's all. Okay, so let's do this again. Sorry, we got our 2 washers on top there. Put that bail back in. Oh yeah, let me put a little oil on the bail. Now, get this back in its proper hole there. Okay. Oh, missed it. There we go. That's the hole we want. Great. 2 washers. Now, I'm sure there's still some tightening needs to be done to do it right. But that's all I'm doing. That is all I'm doing to it. But it looks freaking stellar, man. Wow. Compared to where we started. Okay. There we are. All right, let's come down and take a look at what we did here. Whew, boy, I'm so bummed that I screwed that up. Man. Okay. All right, I'm not touching another darn thing except to ship this off to somebody who wants it. So let's see. Let's come on down and take a look. All right, here we are. Coleman 6. I'm sorry. It's a 236. Canadian made, 1947. Not bad for what I paid for it. I shouldn't even tell you. I shouldn't even tell you what I paid for it. But I am still bummed about that crack in the glass. God darn it. And there's the super glue. Just to kind of keep that from shattering on me. I hope these are easier to find than the others. All right, folks. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. There's Coleman. Right there. So you can see 47 there and a 2 there. The Sunshine of the Night, made in Canada. And you see Coleman there with a little sunburst on top. Pretty neat. Apparently this is 500 candle power for a single mantle. So, all right, hey, folks, that's going to do it for me here tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by. And as usual, don't you go changing the crack in the glass.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.